I also want to go back to, you made a very interesting comment earlier
Oh, I'm sure I did.
about failure. I'd like to talk a little bit about failure because I mean, I'm sure
Oh,
everybody here is trains,
yeah.
and as you're trying to get better, as you're trying to get better at your skill, let's use shooting since we're all shooters. You get to a certain point where you're holding yourself accountable to accuracy and speed, and so then you want to push it a little bit and develop, go a little faster, make it more difficult, et cetera, et cetera. And at some point, the wheels fall off and you
Mm-hmm.
fail.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no way to know where the wheels fall off until you fail. So failure is a training tool. And I know this from the martial arts. I know this from I have a tremendous background in hard skills and, of course, shooting. And if I may share one of my favorite quotes here with you, and that is, the master has failed more times than the novice has tried.
Mm.
So if you're not failing, you're not learning.
That's good to hear.
So well done on your win.
Yeah, that's funny. I think what was it, guys? Do you remember last week or the week before? I think I talked about failure, but I totally agree with you. But you know what? It is just no fun sometimes, Steve. It's no fun at all.
Right?
But
Well,
it can be a really great learning opportunity.
when you fail, okay, I fail a lot. Right? I'm trying to get better, so I fail often. I fail more times than I succeed. So the reason why is because I'm pushing myself well beyond my skill envelope. And when you fail, you learn. So you have successes, or some people call it failure. I call it a lesson. What did that round teach you that failed? Why are you to the left or to the right, or not where you wanted the round to go? Why? And as you learn what that lesson taught you, here's where we get lost. We all get lost when we get emotionally attached to failure.
Mm.
To me, you watch the greats. You watch, Rob Latham and, Travis and Kyle Schmidt. I'm going to throw one in for Kyle here. You watch these GMs. You watch them do their magic, and when they fail, it doesn't offend them at all. I mean, they could care less. A failure and a success is the same. They're looking at the performance part of it.
Right.
What did I learn from that? There was a time in my training where I took every failure as a personal assault on my family name. You cannot remain emotionally attached to a failure. Okay, big deal.
So true.
Okay, there's a round to the left. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What caused that? Oh, instead of looking at the target, I looked at my dot, or whatever it was. That was the cause. That's the lesson. Okay, I learned from that. I am not emotionally attached to that failure. So there's no feeling. And if there's no feeling, then you're just learning. It's a wonderful learning experience.
Well, you know what it was for me, though? I had expectations because I hadn't done this thing in a long time. And I had expectations where I thought I maybe would be, and I was not there at all. So that's a learning to manage your expectations process. But honestly, though, Steve, my emotion because of the failure has actually fueled a fire. In, I think, a positive way. I don't know, but it has definitely been a wake-up call, and has fueled a fire for improvement. So I think that's a positive, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's an emotion. So I don't know.
No, anytime you can take away a positive from your training, that's a success.
Yeah. Yeah.